The second cour of Bleach's final arc is coming to a close, and with there only being 2 more cours after that before 1,000-Year Blood War is all wrapped up, one has to wonder, what's next? Bleach and TYBW are arguably more popular than they've ever been right now, and since retirement doesn't seem to be in the discussion for either, it's a pretty important question to ask. What really is next? What as fans can we expect to see on the horizon? Now, while I may not have any inside sources, I do happen to have a degree in rampant speculation. So that's what today's video is all about, theorizing about one of my favorite series from one of my favorite mangaka. But before we fully delve into Bleach and what's next for that series, really quickly, I want to talk about Burn the Witch, which is, if you don't know, another series by Kubo that's set within the world of Bleach, but so far doesn't really have any connection to it other than the setting. But anyway, I'm bringing up Burn the Witch because according to some sources, a season 2 for the show is in development by Studio Colorado, or Colorio, however you pronounce that. And Kubo may or may not have something manga related in the works as well, and while I may be excited to see all that because after watching the anime, I instantly became a fan of Burn the Witch, this video is more about what specifically is coming for Bleach. Now to get back on topic, the most obvious answer to what's next is probably the, at this point, infamous Hell arc. The Hell arc, or as the chapter is actually called, No Breaths from Hell, is a one-shot Kubo released in 2021. After 5 years of basically nothing Bleach manga related, he dropped a bombshell of a chapter that ignited the fandom to a point I've only ever seen once before. The announcement that the anime was coming back. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. Like, the anime leaves, and then people get really excited when the anime comes back, the manga ends, and then people get really excited when the manga comes back. So it all tracks. And this chapter had such massive impact, not only because of the significance of another Bleach chapter after, again, 5 years, but also because the plot laid the groundwork for a potentially massive storyline. It asks numerous questions and reveals the answers to almost none of them. What is going on with Ichigo's son and his powers? What is happening to the gates of hell? Butterflies! And so much more. Hence why people refer to it as the Hell arc. There also, I believe, may have been some marketing that referred to it as an arc as well. I'm not too sure though. But regardless, the Hell arc is definitely something that not just can be next, it also really should be. That's the content that manga fans are craving for. Like I mentioned before, that chapter came out over 2 years ago. He just left us on an incredible cliffhanger, and there's been nothing said about it. He just dropped the chapter and left. However, while that may be the most obvious answer, it's not the only direction we could go when it comes to more Bleach content. Because even though the one-shot is the most popular Bleach thing to come out post 1,000-Year Blood War, it's not the only thing. And while I'm eagerly awaiting more of the Hell arc, if Kubo does go in the direction I'm about to present, you would not hear a peep of negativity from me. But enough preamble, what I'm referring to is the adapting of the Bleach light novels, turning it into some other form of media. Not every light novel though, really just 2 in particular, Spirits Are Forever With You and Can't Fear Your Own World. Whether they're adapted into an anime or a manga doesn't really matter to me, I just love to see those stories told in a visual format. With that being said though, I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually read the light novels, but when it comes to literally anything Bleach related, I tend not to stay too far in the dark. I get spoiled somehow or another, and let me tell you, seeing those stories told in a visual medium would be amazing. I know for a fact that the vast majority of Bleach fans don't even know that these novels exist. And even if some do, only a small portion of the people that actually know took the time to actually read them. And that's not to knock the content of the novels or even the fans, it's just a side effect of losing Kubo's incredible art. Novels are more of a niche thing, but it would be a waste just to leave those plot lines contained solely to those pages. Light novels are adapted into anime and manga all the time, so why couldn't the same be done for Bleach? Short answer is, it absolutely can be done. I've seen the sketches that were made for both Spirits Are Forever With You and Can't Fear Your Own World. I see the cinematic potential, and I'm already fully aware of just how incredible a manga adapting those novels would be from Tite Kubo. Characters like Hikone in the 7th and 8th Kenpachis deserve more spotlight. And don't even get me started on Tokinata. His popularity would literally 10x with a proper adaptation. And if there's any character that truly deserves to be given that, it's him. The fandom would go nuts, and it would throw everybody's top 10 anime villains out of whack. I'll tell you that much. And interestingly enough, there have already been references to the novels inside Thousand Year Blood War, the anime adaptation. There's a reference to Tokinata, and Shinji's Bankai was never shown in the manga. Its first appearance was in the light novels, but Kubo decided to add it to this arc for whatever reason. Before anybody jumps to conclusions, I'm not saying that both of these inclusions means that once Thousand Year Blood War ends, a follow-up is all but confirmed from Period. More than likely, those inclusions were just nods to the fans that are aware of that particular material. But what I'm also not saying is that there isn't a chance. There's some genuinely really good stuff in those novels, and I'm sure Kubo is aware of that and might be trying to do something more with the material. But at the end of the day, the probability of an anime or manga is extremely low. I'd love to see it, but I'm not getting my hopes up at all. But it really should be done. I know Kubo wrote them as light novels for a reason. Maybe he just didn't want to draw all that out, but like, come on, man. In all seriousness, though, I would completely understand if what I'm asking for here never comes to fruition, because it is a hefty task on both fronts, the anime and the manga side, and especially on the manga side. Especially when you consider what happened not the last time, but the time before, when Kubo dedicated an exorbitant amount of time to something Bleach related. Short story, this man almost died making the final arc of Bleach, and I don't think even after 5 years that's something that you can just be like, alright, I got over it now, time to fully delve back into making some weekly manga, or even like some bi-weekly or monthly manga. Speaking of months, I read in an article that this dude literally will take an entire month, make 3 to 4 pages of whatever he's working on, and then just take a break. He moves at his own pace, and I fully respect that, considering what had happened. So like I said when I was talking about it prior, I'm not saying that it could never happen. I think there's actually more of a possibility for it to be continued as an anime than for there to be like a manga adaptation of both of those novels, but I'm not counting on that being a reality. It would be nice. I would very much like it. I would very much love it, and so would many other people. But it is a large order that probably will never be filled. It is a very exciting prospect though, and I don't think we've seen the last of what happens in those novels. It's just a hunch, but yeah. But moving on to the final option. And this final option that I'm about to present is going to bring the video full circle, because one possibility is a Burn the Witch and Bleach crossover. Since both take place in the same universe, it's only natural to assume that one day a crossover will happen. However, I believe it's way too early to do something like that. Burn the Witch has a massive amount of potential, but it's far from fully developed. And shoving Bleach characters into that world, or vice versa, would undoubtedly have the Bleach characters completely overshadow anything Burn the Witch has to offer. So in short, crossover, not right now. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about all these ideas presented. And for those who have read the Bleach light novels, would you be interested in an anime or manga covering those stories, just like translating it from nothing but words to visual medium, or to a visual medium, I should say.
Also, make sure you subscribe with like notifications on so that you don't miss the next upload, whether it's Bleach related or something else, whatever it's going to be exciting. But yeah, now peace out, everybody.